What's good, YT family? It's your brother ELI coming to you with another KVA video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate the love. Much appreciate the support. So, as it was a great fight, man. It was a great fighting day, I would say. Bunch of undercards, some good, except for the co-main event. I think it was Ramos versus Lupine. That was an interesting fight, man. That was a very interesting fight. I I have Ramos winning that fight. He did kind of let off the gas in the later rounds, but I still don't think that Lupine won that fight unanimously, which is what they called it, which is crazy to me. I didn't see him unanimously winning any of those rounds. If anything, I was scoring them 10-9 Ramos for pretty much the whole beginning of the fight. I want to say Lupine might have won the first round just based on his jab that he was giving him. He was moving around a lot of moving around. He was landing a good jab, so I would give him the first round. But other than that, I would say 10-9 Ramos for, let's say, to like round 8 or 9. And then that's when you kind of seen Lupine kind of giving more activity, more energy, more, more combinations he was throwing. He wasn't really throwing that many combinations. He was actually staying on the ropes for majority of the fight. And this was in like the later rounds. And then I want to say, round 10, 11, and 12, that was kind of a toss up if you want to give it to Lupine, even if you wanted to give those rounds to him. I still had Ramos winning that fight. But Lupine got the victory. From what I know, I haven't even followed him much. I haven't even heard really much about him. But supposedly, I believe he lost to, I think it was Charlo or somebody. He's lost to somebody who was fighting that night. And he was kind of, talking about how he's back and talking about how he's not a gatekeeper and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. Even though I feel like he lost that fight. It was a competitive fight. I'll give him that. It was a competitive fight. I'm not going to say, he deserved to win, but at the end of the day, he kind of put in some effort and some work into those fights and into the fight. And it was just, I don't know. I was upset from the decision, man, because I hate, constantly I argue with my brother all the time that boxing is better than UFC. And I'm a UFC fan too. I haven't even done a breakdown for UFC fights, but I plan on doing it soon. So be on the lookout for that. But the main event, Charlo versus Canelo. This was probably one of the most disappointing fights I've ever seen. This fight was probably, to me, more disappointing than Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. And the reasons why is Jamel Charlo never fights like that. I've never seen him fight so passive, so lax, like not trying to really, he never really, I don't even remember a part of the fight where Charlo even had, dialed up any combinations of any sort. Like, all of the fights that I've seen him fight, he's always been somebody who was very aggressive, throwing heavy punches, even sometimes wild at times, during the fight. And it just seemed like it never happened. Like in the first 2 rounds, it took a while for anybody to really throw anything. I think Canelo started, picking up once Jamel started getting on the ropes. So, and that was the first 2 rounds. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Maybe he's just filling them out, seeing what's going on, just normal, typical boxing shit. But then it was like it never turned on. Like he had a few times where he was, he shot the jab a few times, but it was never anything of like it didn't seem to me like he truly was like trying to win the fight. Like it never seemed like he ever would like had like it was never no sense of urgency, and he just let Canelo cruise. And Canelo was honestly, bro, this is the best I've seen Canelo in a long time. Like this is the best I've seen Canelo in a very, very long time. I'm talking about active, energy wise. Even in the later rounds, the defense was good. Still throwing heavy punches. He was kind of in the center of the ring, walking Jamel down the whole time. Just like dialing up heavy shots, and it was like Canelo. I have to give it to him, man. This is the best I've seen him in a very, very long time, and this is the worst I've seen Jamel ever. I've never seen him that passive ever, to where he's not trying to let his hands go. He's not trying to, do anything. I don't know, man. I don't know, and it's just something. He had that same look. He had that same look when he walked in the ring. He had that same look that Errol Spence had with Terrence Crawford. And I just don't know, man. I just don't know. It was disappointing. It was really disappointing, man. Like it was not because I'm a Jamel fan of any sort, not that, but it's like I hate to see guys who I know can be better. Like we all know Errol Spence. That's Errol. We've seen a better Errol Spence. We all know we've seen a better Jamel Charlo, and that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Anybody who watches boxing knows that that was just not a good showing, bro. That was just not it. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully, matter of fact, I don't even want to see a rematch. I was gonna say hopefully it's a rematch. I don't want to see a rematch, honestly. Like it's no point, man. I really don't even see it, bro. I don't see Jamel rematching him. And then they're trying to say that he should fight Crawford. Why would he fight Crawford? Why? Why would Crawford fight him? How does Jamel get a fight with Crawford before Errol Spence get his rematch? I don't even know. Because to be honest, Errol Spence gave more heart. He gave more heart in his beatdown. And I'm talking about he got beat down by Terrence Crawford. But he gave way more heart, way more energy, way more, just overall, like, he cared. Like, he cared. He cared to fight. He cared to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Jamel got knocked down, but, you know what I'm saying, Spence got knocked down, like, twice or three times. And he kept getting back up. Jamel, and, he never stopped, trying to fight. Jamel just, like, and even Derrick James even said it. Derrick James even said it. Derrick James was like, yo, do you even want this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, do you want to win? So shout out to Canelo, man. But it was just a disappointing fight, man. I never thought that I would see that. And I knew something was up. I knew something was up when he was giving so much, like, appreciation and so much, like, respect during, like, the whole press conference and stuff like that. When you usually see Jamel being very animated, very loud, very aggressive, all of that stuff like that, you just didn't see that in the fight. You just did not see that in the fight, man. You did not see that in the fight. He seemed very scared, worried that he was going to get knocked out. And I can understand that, but it's like, come on, bro. Like, you talk so much shit. Like, he called out Canelo. He called out Canelo. It's not like the other way around. He called out Canelo. After the Caleb Plant fight, he called him out. and you call him out, and you don't put no pressure on him. Canelo was never worried in this fight. Canelo was never worried in this fight. This was a cruise to victory fight for Canelo. Completely. So, yeah, man. I don't know if I think Terrence Crawford gonna fight Canelo. I don't know. I don't even agree with all this like coming down in weight, going up in weight. I don't agree with it at all. I feel like people should just stay in the lane they in. That's just me. I don't even agree with that whole going up in weight, coming down in weight, all that shit. I don't even agree with that, man. I just think people should just stay where they at. But we'll see what's next, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate the love to y'all, man. Hope everybody's doing well. Peace.